Sexual energy is the only thing that influences the world, okay? We need it to create and as well as destroy current realities that we no longer want to have. We use this Merkaba to do such thing. Our Merkaba is our electromagnetic field. Our electromagnetic field pulls all the things that we want into our reality. We are constantly manifesting on a continuous and constant basis. We are a walking manifestation for our lives. This is why children, hide your kids. Hide your children, hide your kids. You ever heard of that? Shout out to that kid. But seriously, hide your kids. Because people prey on innocence and stainless energy. Okay? And I'm not saying, oh, you need to be a virgin and keep your... No, I'm saying people such as children and people who preserve their innocence have higher magnetism. When you have a higher magnetism, you attract not just the things that you want, but you also are alluring to those who see your light. You're alluring to those that need to feel from your light. So, let's say you're this little, not little, but you're this lightful being. You come into this world as a light being, right? You pull in the things that you want, but you also have to be aware of all the things that want you. Okay? This is where discernment, intuition, as well as your good sense, being logical. Knowing what is right for you, knowing what is good and what is not good for you. People prey on innocent and stainless beings because you can call them energy vampires, but it is what fuels this world. It is because when a person is lacking on their own resource or have a lack of their own resource, they need something that is not touched, not yet touched, and is still preserved. There are people that can see another person's light, and because they see that person's light, they see it as an opportunity to fuel from them. Manifesting from their light, but transmuting it as if it is their own. This is what you call soul tie, or there's plenty of other different terms that people go by. People call it destiny swapping. You can't really, when it comes to destiny swapping, you can't, what is meant for you is already written in the stars. Nobody can ever take that from you. But what people will try to do, for instance, when we're young, when we're between the ages of a child and 25, because 25 is when our frontal lobe really develops. This is why people push drugs, alcohol, anything that has to do with sex appeal. They push it into the media so that they can draw from our sacral chakra, our sexual energy, to create the world that they want. Okay? childlike innocence is potent. It's potent. That's why you see, you may hear about people doing stuff with children. Children are potent. Not just children, but our childlike innocence, our innocence. When you preserve your innocence, being stainless, you are operating from a higher magnetism level. So therefore, we may attract all things, good as well as things that may give us lessons. Okay? So when it comes to sex or sexual desire, sexual pleasure, people create from this innocence to gain monetary value, monetary gain. So what does a stainless person or a person that's preserving their innocence have? High magnetism, which make them radiant. As well as because you preserve, and like I said, what's that sound? Like I said, if I haven't said it already in this video, I'm not saying that you have to be a virgin. This is not the purpose of this video. However, stainless are more high magnetism, and or people who are not stainless, but they know how to transmute their energy. They know how to use it for creating. And it doesn't have to do with, oh, well, you know, when people talk about sex, they talk about having children in the physical context. That's not what that is. You create your baby. We all have babies. I'm gonna put it like this. We all have babies. It's not just in the form of a physical baby, but in the form of a physical manifestation. Your baby can be something that you're currently manifesting. You're impregnating yourself. You are going through the process of your manifestation. This is your baby. Your desires, your pleasures, your wants, your needs. It may be monetary gain. It may be something that you're manifesting, like a car, a house, a boyfriend or a girlfriend or whatever. That is your baby is your manifestation. Okay? Think about birthing. You are birthing a new reality, right? You're birthing a new creation, new sense of identity. That's what you're birthing. It has nothing to do, not in the physical form of, you know, giving labor. You put your labor towards your desires. You put your labor towards your wants, right? So good things take time. This takes 9 months to have a baby or give birth. Good things take time. When you put your attention towards your wants, your needs, this is all of the things that you need to get your baby to develop. And then your desired outcome, that's your baby. Okay? So all of us have babies. All of us have things that we could call our babies. There are people that call their house their baby. They just bought a new house or bought something that they deem as their own, and they name it. Oh, this is my baby. My baby is named Molasses. You know, stuff like that. They do that. I know the things that we deem as crazy is that is the way of life. So, sex rules the world. This is why sex is influential. It's very influential because, as I stated before, between the ages of a child and a 25-year-old adult that is developing the frontal lobe, or the frontal lobe is developing, the media pushes out provocative messages, sexual influence, people influencing the world in a sexual way. Pulling from that energy, they use that energy, harvest on it, and create and shift the world into what they deem as natural. Take back your power, preserve it, and go back into that childlike state. Because our childlike innocence is what we need to manifest. Is what they use to manifest. That's why you hear about people doing certain things to the kids. Sex rules. Energy, your currency. That is your currency. Now, when I talked about how feminine and masculine our chakras can be, as well as the heart is the center for both energies. Your heart's desires, right? It's your heart. Sacral chakra is sex. Sex and the heart. All matters of the heart. We create and manifest from these two. Primarily, and yeah, the others too. The throat chakra is for speaking things into existence. But particularly the sexual, your heart chakra and your sacral chakra are the two things that we really use to manifest. Get these in to align all your chakras, but definitely align your sexual as well as your heart. Currency, okay? Energy is your currency. Your energy is your currency. Your energy, your inner chi is your currency. Currency, water, body of water, flows. Your energy flows where your attention goes. You put your energy, your energy into your desires. Your currency shall come and manifest into your existence. Monetary, monies. All things material. Okay? Children, we go back to children. Children, not just children, it's childlike innocence that rules nations. Child labor. You keep on hearing these things about children. When you keep on hearing these things about children, really think about the energy that these people are harvesting, because this is also why they are banking. They are banking on people to continue to having children so that they can continue to have employees and so on and so forth. It's so much deeper than what people realize it to be. Open, have an open mind, open your expand your horizons. Really look at the world from a broader view, with a bird's eye view, and really ask yourself, what is the deeper meaning to all these things? What is really going on? Why are children making such an impact? Why are people making children such an impact? You know, it all goes down to them banking and harvesting on our energy, or our currency. That's why, in order to have a mass full of people to create the world for another person, they must be in a state of fear, shame, guilt, all these things. And when a person beats, or literally or figuratively, a child of God, or the fear of God in a person, such as their kids, they take away a child's imagination, they take away the childlike innocence, and make that child believe that they are under the laws of their parents, or the laws of, or under the will of another person, and they have no authority, they have no power. Take your childlike innocence back. Take it back. Because that is your power. That is your energy. That's your energy. That's your currency to make you monies, right? Or to get your desires. So, sex rules. Sex rules. Innocence, stainless people rule. Okay? So that's all for this video. If you want to see more thought-provoking videos, subscribe if you want to.